Good morning, good morning. Marmalade on the PCT, day 85. Lava camp was splendid. As you could see last night, I don't know if I portrayed it very well, but thunderstorms, like it's predicted, started coming in. So I cooked my food, I was starting to eat, it started to sprinkle, so I got in my tent and finished. And it was weird, it never really came to much. I think it was raining pretty hard or whatever in the mountains, nearest the mountains I came out of. But it just barely sprinkled off and on for a few hours, and that was it. So today is town day, Sisters. I think I'm going to Sisters, I'm going to Sisters, not Bend. I'm gonna stay at the campground because it's affordable, and they've got everything I needed there anyway. The only negative is I'll have to walk a mile and a third or something like that to get to town to resupply or get food or whatever I want, or so. But that'll be okay. I think if I can walk 20 plus miles a day, I can walk 1.3 without a pack on into town. Wow, what a beautiful morning it is, except for the burned out area here. Yeah, it was a really good free campsite. They charge for the big campsites, but that's just walk up and camp. So the apps that I use, Guthooks is acting really weird. You can tap on where you are, the GPS find you, and then how far it touched the destination, which is the road Santiam Pass in the 20 where I'm gonna hitch in. It says 11.7. But then when you look at the mile markers, it's the 17.5 that I said yesterday that I have to do. So I set myself up to do a shorter day today, but it's tougher because it's on rocks and lava, so lava stone. And so supposedly it's bad at the beginning, and it gets better and better, and the rocks get smaller and smaller, so it's easier to walk. And then on my Guthooks, it shows that maybe the last 5-7 miles is just dirt, not lava. So hopefully that's true. So I either have 11.7 or what I think is actually 17.5. So that's what I have water for. I have a lot of weight in water, but if it turns out it's shorter, I'll pour some water out. But that's it for now. I don't know how exciting today's going to be when it comes to the trail, because it might just be lava for about 10 miles, 8 miles. So if that's true, I'll show you some of it, but I might not bore you with too much lava. If we do get off that and back into hopefully trees, it's all, as you can see, well, it doesn't look like it on my screen right now, but what I'm looking at, you can see behind me, is all burnt out. So hopefully it's not all burnt out, but there won't be much trees in the lava for a while. But hopefully on the other end, it'll have some trail to show you. And then of course I'll show you hitching maybe and getting into Sisters. All right, that's my day. See you down trail. Hey guys, I always do the ending of the day video the same day, but I was tired yesterday, so I'm doing it this morning. But I wanted to tell you about yesterday. So it was a 18-mile day, it turned out to be. As you can see, crazy day. Actually, you can see the weather changed a lot. The lava, I probably had to do about 8 miles of lava rocks, which were had to be really pay attention not to hurt my feet or my ankles or my knees. I would say after about 10 miles, I had 8 miles to go, and it started drizzling and sprinkling. If you notice, I have my rain jacket on, and so I'm looking right into the sun here. But yeah, so it started drizzling on me, and it kind of, over 8 miles of drizzling and from the fog and the moisture and the trees and the plants on the ground, I got pretty wet. And then the very last clip you saw right before this, I thought it'd be fun to kind of just show me hitchhiking in the rain. It wasn't fun, but I just wanted to show you what it's like to be out here. And the weather deteriorated, and it's really strange. It's a 20-mile hitch in here to Sisters, where I am now, for a 0. But what's weird about it is I'm standing there, and it got really dangerous very quick. And that's what happens in the mountains. I have shorts on, and I'm basically soaked. My shorts are soaked, and I either sweated through my rain jacket or a little rain went through my jacket, but I was soaked all the way through, and I only had a t-shirt under my rain jacket. Well, I got on that road, I started hitching, and it started pouring, and nobody would pick me up. And I imagine it's because I look like a drowned rat, but the hitch is normally easy, and I like to, they can see that we're backpackers. They have a backpack, but I have my rain cover on. I pulled out my ultralight umbrella just to try to keep the rain off of my core, but nobody would stop. And I was out there an hour. I don't care about waiting for a ride. That's part of it. I've never waited more than 5 or 10 or maybe 15 minutes. But I started to get colder and colder, and when I was breathing, the steam was coming out of my mouth. It was so cold. The temperature dropped instantly and super fast, and I don't know what it was. It was literally probably in the high 30s or low 40s. It got that cold, and I was drenched, and I started shaking uncontrollably, and it was actually hard to stand when the cars would stop going by, and because I had to put my thumb out. That was a lot of energy, just believe it or not, to do that. It sounds weird, but it was true. I started shaking really bad, and finally, I literally was getting to a very dangerous point. I couldn't walk to town. It was 20 miles, and there was nowhere to set up a tent and get out of the rain, and I just was like, what do I do? I actually was, first time in a very long time, I was actually worried what to do. And this young man, probably my son's age, around 23, pulled over an old beat-up truck, and he had his car, it was had no extra cab. It was just a small truck. And he had all his stuff in the passenger seat, and he took the time to take it all out. He saw that I was drenched, and I'm like, hey, I'm soaking wet. Are you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm cool. And it was an older truck, so I don't think he cared. But he threw all his gear. He had a bunch of backpacks, and it turns out he's a cadet in the military, and he's training to be like a firefighter or something. But he has 2 days off, and so he's going to Sisters and Bend to visit friends. And he let me sit in the car, and I was drenched. I mean, I'm sure I got everything wet, but his car was, he didn't care. And he blasted the heat and kind of brought me back. And I'm telling you, it was weird. It shows you how quickly things can change. And he drove me in and dropped me off right at I'm at the Sisters Creekside Campground. They have a really good deal here for hikers. It's only $5 a night. They have a whole area with a shared, there's a fire pit. But I'm only here with one other hiker. There's not many hikers here, but it's $5 a night to stay here and set up my tent. So all the hotels are either, I think they're sold out, but they're really expensive. And like I was saying before, it probably cost me to do a 0 $350 or more for 2 nights. So I'm like, why not just sit here? And and I have a signal. I'm editing, I'm uploading videos, if you haven't noticed. So I'm going to try to get most of them up if I can. I've got a lot of other chores to do, but I just want to let you know I had a good day yesterday besides that ending part, and I did 95 miles in 4 days. So that's pretty good. And with the recommendation of the people here that work here, I walked over pretty close to this really good Three Creeks microbrewery and had an iced tea and the best burger I've had in forever with fries. And maybe it's because I've been eating trail food, but it was awesome. Now it's getting some coffee, and I'm going to be uploading tons of videos, like I said, and just getting organized and figuring out resupply and all that. So anyway, that's it for day number 85. Thanks for checking in. Bye.